Hey guys, welcome back to your video. This is Samir Hijachi again. We're once again with you guys with Tao Te Ching. Tao Te Ching today? Still blur. Tao Te Ching today? Derek Lynn, Long Tzu. So I'm going to be going through the foreword today. And that's about it. Okay, so foreword by Lama Surya Das. Foreword. Introduction, Tao Te Ching, notes 165. In this book there's a good 163 pages in this book. 163 pages. Let's get into it before we run out of time. Alright, so we're going to start with the foreword. The classic Tao Te Ching, in my opinion, is simply the wisest book ever written. I have read it and reread it more than any other, and I have discovered that unlike some of us, it only gets better and better with age. It reveals how both action and contemplation are paths to experiencing harmony, peace, and unity amidst the diversity. It exemplifies both the Bodhisattva's skillful meaning of being there while getting there, every single step of the way, and the sublime secret that is inseparability of oneness and noneness. It is also the ultimate primer and menschkeit, the art of its menschkeit, menschkeit, the art of living as a mature person of integrity, expounding how to be a good citizen and impeccable leader, attain genuine excellence, and realize self-mastery. I first met the Tao Te Ching while in college in Buffalo, New York. During the tumultuous late 1960s, I was both enamored of the serene wisdom of the sublime text and mesmerized by this poetic brevity and tantalizing existential mystery. The morning after discovering the Tao Te Ching, I went straight to the bookstore and bought a copy, mulling over its cryptic verses day and night for weeks, finding it hard to go to class and endure academic lectures made pale by comparison. Over the years, some of my intrepid friends have even ventured to translate or make versions of the Tao Te Ching a daunting task at best. As a Buddhist teacher, I often recommend the Tao Te Ching to my Dharma students to augment their spiritual studies and refine their sense of practice of presencing. My oldest Chinese friend in Hong Kong, the master puppet maker and old school Shanghai Zen man we call Michael Lee, used to read me one poem every morning at dawn upstairs in his Kowloon slum apartment. When he died, he left me a hand calligraphied copy of one of his ancient yellowed rice paper manuscripts of the Chinese classic, which remains one of my prized Asian artifacts. Derek Lynn's finding translation is as good as any and better than many, and his commentaries help illuminate the text. Word has it that one day some disciples found the elder Taoist philosopher Chuang Tzu, I think that's how you say it, Chuang Tzu, in front of his house, sitting peacefully on the ground in the sun with his fresh, washed, long hair cascading down around him. The students gathered around him and waited patiently. "What are you doing, master?" they finally asked. "Drying my hair in the sun," the old sage replied. "Can we help you?" they wanted to know. "How can you help me? What is it that needs to be done? My hair is being dried by the sun, and I am resting at the origin of all things." The enigmatic story concerns the inner journey to the very center of things, beyond the dichotomy of doing and being, and yet including both. The Taoist sages exemplify harmony and serenity, oneness, authenticity, and the spontaneous flow of naturalness. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. That's really something, ain't it? When I myself don't know what to do, which is surprisingly often, I try to take the Tao Te Ching's advice on the subject and do nothing, along the lines of the core Taoist notion of Wu Wei, which can be translated as non-striving. Overdoing things has produced so much more harm than good in this busy world. I think we'd well to learn how to undo the habit of overdoing. The 19th century enlightened vagabond and Tibetan Dzogchen Master Patrol Rinpoche sums it up like this: beyond action and inaction, the sublime Dharma is accomplished. This is the sublime peace of the Tao, something we can all experience by learning to live in the Tao through coming into accord with how all things actually are. What Tibetan Buddhists call this natural state. What Tibetan Buddhists, call the natural state. Rather than trying to build skyscrapers to reach heaven and bridges to cross the raging river of samsara to reach the so-called other shore of nirvana, we could realize that it all flows right through us right now, and there's nowhere to go, nothing to get, and all is perfect as it is. This deeper inner knowing has a lot to do with trust and letting be. There is nirvanic peace and things just as they are. This should not be misconstrued as a. Let's see how many pages we have. We don't have too many before the introduction, which should probably be in a separate video because this video is long enough. This should not be construed as a rationalization for mere quietism, cold indifference, passivity, or dropping out. 500 years before Jesus, Taoists thought passive resistance a crucial element of world-changing modern spiritual activists such as Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and the Dalai Lama of Tibet. The ancient masters reveal how to be steadfast, supple, like water, flowing rather than fixed, rigid, or static, which is of the great benefit, for water is strong, stronger than even stone. Water's constant flow will eventually wear anything down and carry everything away. Like the underlying continuum of reality, the great Tao is groundless and boundless. It is flowing, dynamic, yet unmoved amidst infinite change. Yield and overcome, and you cannot be broken. They taught, bend and be straight. These are powerful words, truth spoken to power. Wisdom is as wisdom does. Awakening oneself awakens the whole world. A little Tao goes a long way. The Tao Te Ching should be savored leaf by leaf, line by line, like haiku poetry. Read and enjoyed, pondered and reread, these finely wrought, provocative, ultimate utterances are chock full of one-sentence sermons, encapsulating universal wisdom in a charming, poetic form that leaves room for more interpretation than a Rorschach inkblot. Here we can find evocative pearls of wisdom concerning the mysteries of yin and yang, and the manner in which the great middle way balances, harmonizes, and reconciles primordial dichotomies such as light and dark, heaven and earth, good and evil, man and woman, doing and being, life and death. These sublime little sutras have edified, instructed, encouraged, and entertained millions of people for millennia, and they continue to do so. Like a veritable treasure trove, this masterful book of wise living and authentic being provides both spiritual sustenance and practical guidance, so necessary for us today, so necessary for us tomorrow. The Tao Te Ching teaches that ruling an empire is like frying small fish. Think about that for a moment. Frying small fish takes a lot of care, trouble, yet is rewarded with little benefit. Studying the Tao Te Ching, however, is quite the opposite. An effort invested in penetrating the subtle beauty and mystery of this ancient wisdom class will be rewarded in abundance. As the reason I actually wrote it. As it has for generations. To see nothing is supreme seeing. This is a haiku by Lama Surya Das, Dokchan Center, Cambridge, Massachusetts. To see nothing is supreme seeing. To know nothing is supreme knowing. The great way has no gate. This gateless gate invites entry. The other shore is not far. The other shore is not far. No oceans to cross. No within and without. No barriers, no wall, no hindrance. All right, this is the foreword to the book. I'm gonna have a separate video for the intro. The intro is a bit longer, so I'm gonna have to probably split that up into 2 separate videos, and then a note on the translation. This book, I want to say, it's about 100 and with including the intro and the foreword, it'd be probably a whopping 180, maybe 190. All right, so that's that. Tao Te Ching, once again, this is the book. I don't want to put the glare too far into it. All right. So see you guys next time. All right, peace.